Nithyanandam. Hi, this is Ma Nithya Oviananda. If you see behind me, there's a very special building. It's a historical building today that we have started to clean up. It is actually the very first building that Swamiji stayed at here at Adi Kailasha, which is at Bengaluru Aadheenam in India. This building in 2002, Swamiji would stay. He basically all day long would go to Bengaluru and bless people at various hospitals, do healings, all of that. He would go around there. And then in the evening, he would come back and he would stay. There's also a small Goshala over here. So when he would come back in the night, like at 1 in the morning, he would stay there in the Goshala at first and then in his home. So it's like a very primitive structure. It has a bathroom and like one room. And you can see it's extremely primitive. And he just stayed there. Being a wandering sadhu for over 9 years in India, he was very much acclimated in raw, and he didn't care because his mission was to bring humanity together, to raise the consciousness of humanity. So to him, he wasn't fazed by any of that, those luxuries as we know of. So he stayed here, and he was just so happy to bless the people that would come. He would take classes. In the beginning, he would stay like at least half a mile that side in the Laughing Temple, and then he'd have to walk all the way this side just to use, the restroom or what. And then the temple is another, let's say, not so far, but a few minute walk that side. So everything was really spread out. Also, the very first hall was here where he taught the classes. So it's a very historical place. This land we're now clearing up, and it's going to be a historical building. The people will be able to see where the beginnings of this Aadheenam are, especially now as Swamiji's building the golden temple to Sadashiva. So from where it was to now how it's becoming, and then how it will be in the next few years, is going to be amazing. And I cannot wait to see how it unfolds and how this place becomes a living Hinduism museum, as Swamiji is calling it, because it is living. We have the avatar with us in the human form, walking among us, relating with us. And he's going through each of these moments. You might say, why is such a being, such an avatar, Sadashiva himself, living in places like this, going through such a tapas? He's doing it to step by step show us, to teach humanity about his life and how we ourselves can also get to that place, to that space with him, that oneness space. And it's amazing. So many things were found here today in this old structure. One of the things, one of my favorite finds is this healing stick that was there, because here on this land, Swamiji planted a grove of bamboo, and that piece was given to him by a great master when he gave him and transmitted that experience, not of only healing, but of transmitting that to others. So it reminds me of that, because in our very first inner awakening, Swamiji gave us a bamboo stick that was carved, and then he energized it, and we were able to do the healing on people, the Nithyananda spiritual healing. So that was a great find. And also he has all these old postcards of temples, various temples where he was while he was wandering. He collected. So it all amazes me, because from the beginning, from a boy, he had his first Ganesha and had his first spiritual experience around 3 years of age. So with the deity itself, he got the actual story and idea from a Tamil Nadu saint who actually fed Ganesha also. So he got the idea to feed his own Ganesha. So from at such a young age, going to Arunachaleshwar temple and then living that lifestyle already. So then wandering throughout India, he collected all of the postcards of different deities and temples. And that is just very much interesting to me, because he's already been collecting all of these things from that young age till now, because he always knew his plan. And today he was sharing, I don't have the exact quote, but basically how you should immediately do your purpose of life and breathe that and live it. That's basically what he was saying. So often we go through our life not knowing our purpose and floundering around, wondering what it is in confusion. But when you come to Swamiji for a class or a program, you get that understanding from him. He awakens that in you. He awakens your life purpose, so you can begin to discover that and live that. Because until you actually live what your life's purpose is, ultimately our life's purpose is for enlightenment. But whatever karmas you brought in this life and need to fulfill and live out, you don't always know what that is. So then you're floundering around in life, and then you're making more karmas and collecting more karmas. so that it's even more difficult to reach that space of oneness. So when you come to Swamiji, to the avatar, His Holiness Paramahamsa Nithyananda, he clears many of those karmas for you. And then some things you might have to go through for whatever lesson it is. But it's an amazing life, and we're so grateful to be here and uncovering more and more secrets of Swamiji. He's revealing to us in different ways. So it's great to connect in all those ways to Swamiji. So I hope you can come and see this wonderful place and how everything is unfolding here. Please come for a program and meet him yourself, and you'll understand what a blessing and an amazing time it is in this happening on planet Earth. Thanks again for watching today. Nithyanandam.